Another season gone and still no win for Williams, but an encouraging year nonetheless in 2009. It was a season of technical promise for the Grove team despite losing 6th overall to BMW at the very last moment. From 8th overall at the end of 2008, it was 7th 12 months on. Statistically an improvement then, but considering Williams was one of only 3 teams to have a double diffuser ready at the start of the season, a hint of disappointment lingers, as technical director Sam Michael can admit.
Well, it was a good step forward from where we've been in previous seasons. 2009 was a real improvement for us aerodynamically, and looking at the consistency of the car across different tracks, it was much improved. It was a very competitive season. If you look at some of the gaps, they were 1 second sometimes covered the whole field. So getting 1 or 2 tenths out of the car at most tracks made a big difference. So it was a good step forward, but not where we want to be.
Nico Rosberg moves on to Mercedes for the start of the new decade, but 2009 was a strong year for him, 7th overall and Williams' sole point scorer. And teammate Kazuki Nakajima, well, a case of what might have been.
Nico's obviously done a great job for the team. He's scored all of our points. He's come a long way as a driver since we took him as a young kid 4 or 5 years ago. So wish him all the best. He's been very good for Williams. And Kazuki, if anything, Kazuki was driving better than last year, where he scored more points, where he scored lots of points in a car that was less competitive. But the difference now is the field is so competitive that to be a couple of tenths off, then it costs you 5 or 6 places and you don't make it into the points. So Kazuki definitely improved as a driver, and he helped us a lot with setup and direction on race weekends. But because of the grid being so tight, it was much more penalising if you're not right up there.
So all changed for 2010. GP2 champion Nico Hülkenberg and Mr. Experience himself, Rubens Barrichello.
The main thing we expect Rubens to do is motivate the whole factory to realise really what's possible and how you go about winning. I think the same thing from Nico Hülkenberg. Nico works in the factory already, so he knows a lot of the people on the shop floor, and everyone's seen him grow up as a test driver. So their job really is to deliver everything the car can, but plus more. We want them to drive the factory and really be sore when they're not winning, and really expect the team to push as hard as what they should be pushing to win Grand Prix. And really, until you work with a winner and a Grand Prix, such as Rubens, who's a Grand Prix winner, you don't know where that level is until you've been there, and that's something that Rubens will bring to